A lot of people have problems when it comes to trading, and most people will think that it's their strategy. And a strategy is a list of confluences that you use to trade. And the key word there is you. A sword cannot hold itself. The wielder has to know how to use it, when to use it, and when not to use it. So in this video, I'm going to go over psychological aspects that can help you disregarding the strat that you're using to take a trade. And if you guys are new here, my name's Sin Trades, and I'm always live helping people out. So do me a favor and subscribe and hit the bell and hit the like button. I would really appreciate that. So the first thing that I want to go over with you guys is about how trading actually works. And trading is not just built on a strategy or a list of confluences that you use to take a trade, but it's mainly built on your mindset and how you look at the market and how you perceive taking wins and losses. So the first thing that I want to tell you guys is that trading is not simply a strategy game. It is mainly a patience and mindset built probability system that you have to use and make sure that you're waiting for the correct areas to take the correct trades so you can make probable trades and have consistency. So this video is not an attempt to build your strategy, but more so to build your mindset so you take better and more probable trades. The main thing that can happen when it comes to consistent trading is that you can get emotional. We want to make sure that we're following a strict set of rules, and we want to make sure that we're following it consistently. So one of the keys when it comes to psychology in trading, in my opinion, is that you need to make sure that you have a list of rules that you're following instead of allowing your emotions to control what you do for the day. Because one thing that you need to understand is that some days you won't be in the same mental standpoint as other days, which may cause you to trade differently than you would on certain days. So the first thing that I would do if you're trying to increase your psychological standpoint is ensure that you have a list of rules with trading and ensure that you don't break them, disregarding whatever emotional standpoint you're in. So we want to make sure we have rules so our emotional state doesn't get in our way. But what rules are we making? So the first psychological standpoint that you should build your rules around is capital, because you definitely don't want your emotions to be in charge of your capital, let alone your capital rules. Letting your emotions be in charge of your capital rules can be one of the main reasons why you blow your account or lose all of your money in one day. So we want to make sure we have automated rules or rules that we ensure to follow, disregarding the day, disregarding the emotion. We want to make sure to follow these rules. And as you guys can see here, I put max loss per day, which means you want to understand how much you're willing to lose in one day. Same thing with your profit. You want to understand how much you're willing to make in one day. Acceptable win amount. Let's say you take a trade and price does not go all the way to your max profit, but you only take $200 or $300. That is an acceptable win amount for you to go on to the next day. Same thing with acceptable loss. You don't have to hit your max loss limit or your max profit to call it a day, guys. The next psychological standpoint you should build rules around is your trading rules. Specifically, how many contracts or units, plus how many trades you take per day, plus what your risk to reward is when you take the trade. If you don't have these things automated or set up, then more than likely your emotions are going to take control, which can cause you to experience things that you probably never wanted to experience before. So you want to make sure you have these rules set up. And for your trade rules, you want to make sure you know how many contracts or units you're putting in. And you also want to let yourself know how many trades you're taking a day and what your risk to reward is going to be when you take these trades. If you don't have these standpoints figured out, it would be best to take a Notion template or a notebook and write down exactly how you want these two rules to be. And you also have to make sure that you're following these rules when you make them, no matter the circumstance. You guys have to understand that emotional pressure is going to come when you're trading in the market. So you have to have rules to make sure that you can parry the emotional structure. And there's no way to truly detach emotions from trading. I know that there's a lot of people that say that you can, but there's no way because you're human just like me. So you have to make sure that you have these parameters set up just in case the emotions do come. The third psychological standpoint that you want to have rules around is your mind. Because after you take a win or a loss, more than likely there is going to be greed or fear that follows up after. So you want to make sure that you have a directive after you win or lose to ensure that you're doing the right thing and your emotions can't determine your actions. So you want to make sure that you have all of these setups automated so emotions have no space to get in your way. And you guys can have any directive for what you do after you win or lose. For example, after I win, I'll go outside and take a walk, or after I win, I'll drink some water and get off of the screen. Something of the sort that can make sure that your emotions don't determine your actions. And last but not least, the fourth psychological standpoint that you should have rules around is your execution. Specifically, what time do you trade? If you trade and you win or lose, how long until you trade again? And what pairs are you trading? If you have rules around your execution, this ensures that you know exactly when to trade, so you don't trade if it's not that time, and you know exactly how long you want to wait before taking another trade after winning or losing the first one you took. And I'm telling you guys right now, if you automate these settings, then it will make sure that you deplete mental diffusion and replace it with automation. The goal of setting up automated rules is more than just to follow them or to change your emotional state, but it's also tailored to help you understand how to look at trading in a better standpoint. A lot of traders will look at trading and see it as a outcome-based system and think about only how much they're winning or how much they're losing per day. And if you want to make sure that you don't get trapped in a scenario, then you want to make sure you're looking at trading in a different way. So instead of worrying about the outcome or how much you're making or losing in one day, worry about the process of trusting your rules and taking a trade with a multiple step confluential strategy. Instead of judging your trading off of wins and losses, it'll be better to ask yourself every single day if you followed your rules or not. Because regardless of if you take a win or a loss, following your rules is what shows you that you're actually disciplined and consistent as a trader. And taking a win for the day by breaking your rules is not going to be something optimal because it's not something you can do consistently, which is why you want to ask yourself, regardless of if you won or not, did I follow my rules? Your job is not to win every single day. Your job is to simply follow your rules, because if you follow your rules, you have a higher probability of winning in the long-term standpoint. So when you're trading, it should be clear. Move with understanding and clarity, and no matter what, do not allow anything in trading to break your rules and break your mindset. A good day is never determined by a win or a loss. It's more determined by if you followed your rules and made sure that you showed up. And if you guys need further assistance regarding building a psychological mindset, then join the free Discord in the link in bio, and I am willing to help you out. And if you enjoy content like this, please do me a favor and subscribe, tap the like button, and as always, take care of yourself and have a good day.